मॅम तुमचा आवाज कमी येतोय. हो मॅम. आणि बॅकग्राऊंड डिस्टर्बन्स पण येतोय मॅम.
हा आता हॅलो
आता येतोय क्लिअर मॅम.
हा
क्लिअर येतोय.
बर ओके सो टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी डेटा ट्रान्सफर इन्स्ट्रक्शन्स. ओके already while studying addressing modes we have studied different data transfer instructions. Okay so today we are going to revise all those instructions. So what is function of the data transfer? The function of the data transfer is nothing but, yes, what is the function of data transfer? Transferring data from one location to another location. Transferring the data from source to the destination. Your source and destination, they may be register, they may be memory locations or indirect registers. Okay, so this is what is the data transfer instruction is. And the mnemonic which is used for data transfer instruction is move. And after this you can write two operands. The first operand is destination and the second operand is the source. Okay, so if you execute such type of instruction, then what happens? The data from source will be transmitted. It will be transmitted to destination. Okay, so destination. So this type of transfer is non-destructive transfer. What is meaning of this? After transferring the contents from source to destination, the same contents are also available with the source. Okay, that means suppose if you are transferring data FF hexadecimal from accumulator to B register, then data from accumulator will be transferred to B register, but the contents of accumulator will also be FFH. So this type of data transfer is called as non-destructive data transfer, and such a non-destructive data transfer is taking place in case of data transfer instruction. Okay, so now let us see different.
मॅम
Yes, बोला.
मॅम ते बी वर आपण डेटा ट्रान्सफर करतो तेव्हा बी मध्ये डेटा असतो का ऑलरेडी का नसतो?
असतो डेटा ऑलरेडी, असू शकतो. डिफॉल्ट व्हॅल्यू त्याच्या काही ना काही असणारच आहे ना, किंवा त्याच्या अगोदर जर काही ऑपरेशन झालेली असेल तर त्याचे रिझल्ट मे बी असू शकतात. तर तो रिप्लेस होतो, म्हणजे अगोदर जो डेटा असतो तो रिप्लेस होतो, अगोदरचा डेटा जातो आणि नवीन जो आहे आपण ट्रान्सफर केलेला तो त्याच्यामध्ये जात असतो. समजलं? आर यू
हो मॅम.
क्लिअर? हा. सो नाउ let us see different versions of this instruction. Just like here I will write move, mov, move. Okay, a comma hash. Here you can write 8 9 hex. Okay, can anybody tell me what is meaning of this instruction? What is meaning of this instruction? Which type of addressing mode is used in this particular instruction? Yes? Which type of addressing mode is used in this instruction? Can anybody tell me?
Immediate.
Immediate addressing mode. Okay? Immediate addressing mode. And how many, what will happen after execution of this instruction, or how this instruction will work? What can you tell about this? This instruction shows immediate addressing mode. Okay, so here whatever data present here is treated as data. This particular operand is treated as a data because it is preceded by hash. And this data will be transferred to accumulator. So after execution of this instruction, your accumulator will contain the data 89 hexadecimal, whatever may be its earlier contents. Okay. So after execution of the instruction, the accumulator will contain 89H. Okay. Now let us see some another version of this instruction. If I write move R0, R5. Okay, what can you tell about this? What can you tell about this instruction? Yes. Which type of addressing mode it uses, this particular instruction? Which type of addressing mode the instruction uses? What are the operands?
Register.
Yes, R0 and R5, those are registers. So as only registers are used in operand field, this type of addressing mode is called as register addressing mode. This addressing mode is register addressing mode. And how this instruction will work? How this instruction will work? What is R5? R5 is nothing but a source. Okay, it is a source. And what is R0? It is destination. What it is? Destination. Okay. So, data will be transferred from source to destination after execution of this instruction. Now, for example, suppose if R5 contains 0, A, 0 hexadecimal, and if R0 contains 0 F hexadecimal. Okay, F hexadecimal. Now, if this is the case, what will happen after execution of the instruction move R0 to R5? Yes, what will happen? Tell me what will happen? Contents of destination, contents of source will be transferred to the destination. So what is source in this case? Source in this case is R5. Okay. So contents of register R5 will be transferred to register R0. Okay. So in this case, the register R0 contains 0 FFH and R5 contains 0A0H. Okay. So after execution of the instruction, what will happen? The register R0 will also contain, it will also contain 0A0 hexadecimal value. Similarly, your register R5, it is also having the value 0A0H. Already you have this value in R5 earlier, and data from R5 is transferred to R0. R0 earlier had 0FF in it, but these 0FF contents are replaced by 0A0H. So in this way, this particular instruction works. Are you clear about this? These two instructions, immediate addressing mode, register addressing mode. Are you clear, students? Tell me, respond me. Yes, respond me. सगळ्यांना समजलंय? सगळ्यांना समजलंय का मुलांनो? Okay, now we will move to the next instruction, means next type of data transfer instruction here, and how we can write the data transfer instruction in another way. Suppose if I write move 55H, 65H. Yes, can anybody tell me which type of addressing mode is used in this particular instruction? Which kind of addressing mode is used in this particular instruction? Yes, answer quick so that we can move forward quickly. But at the same time, all of you must understand meaning of each and everything. What are these? What is 55H, 65H, whether it is a data, Yes, answer me quickly. Whether it is treated as a data by 8051? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Direct addressing mode.
Direct addressing mode. This is not treated as data because it is not preceded by hash. Any one of the field out of this is not preceded by hash, and therefore this is treated as address of internal RAM, and if you are using addresses directly in operand fields, then that type of addressing mode is called as direct addressing mode. So this is a instruction of direct addressing mode. Now how this instruction will work? How this instruction will work? Can anybody tell me? How this instruction will work? Yes. Tell me how this instruction will work. Yes, can anybody tell me how this instruction will work? No? So this particular address is which address, source or destination? At least you can tell that. This is a source address. This is destination address. Okay. So in this case, the data at memory location 65 hexadecimal is treated as a source, and this data will be transferred to the destination, that is memory location with address 55 hexadecimal. So here I have shown two memory locations. Okay, suppose this is 55 hexadecimal and this particular is 65 hexadecimal. Let us assume this. And suppose this particular location, it has contents F, and the contents at 65, suppose they are 6 and 6. Okay. Now, after execution of instruction move 55H, 65H, what will happen? The contents of memory location 65H. This is address of the memory location. And these are the data present in that particular memory location. Okay, so each memory location is identified by unique address. So this 65 address holds data 66H, and 55 hex memory location holds the data FF hexadecimal. Now after execution of this instruction, the data present at 65 hexadecimal, that means 66 hexadecimal, will be transferred to the location 55H. Means after execution of the instruction, what will be the situation of the registers? The situation of the registers will be like this. So this particular location is 55 hexadecimal, and this particular location is 65 hexadecimal. Earlier we have these contents, but now as we have executed the instruction, 65 or the source memory location already has 66 and 55 already has FFH, but after execution of instruction, the memory location 55 also will have the data content 66. Are you clear about this? Yes, students?
Yes,
huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So shall we move forward? You should be always able to tell the type of the addressing mode and how the instruction operates. Okay. So these are the outcomes of this topic. You must understand the working of the instruction and you must understand the addressing mode totally. Okay. Then and then only you can write programs, or you will not be able to write programs if you don't know these things. Okay. So let us go to next instruction now. So the next variation of the instruction is like this: move at the rate R0, 70H. Which type of addressing mode is this, students? So first try to add
Addressing mode.
indirect addressing mode. Indirect addressing mode, or sometimes it is also called as indirect register addressing mode. Okay. So can you identify source and destination in this? What is 70H? Source or destination? Whether it is source or destination? Source, correct.
Destination.
Source, 70H is the source. The second operand always is the source, and the first operand always is destination in case of 8051 instructions. Okay, so what this at the rate preceding R0 indicates, or how this particular type of instruction works? Can anybody tell me? What is this 70H here? Whether it is data or address? Can anybody tell me 70H is data or address?
Data.
How?
Address.
How data or how address? This is not preceded by hash, therefore this is not data and this is address. Okay. So source is the memory location 70H. Now what is your destination? What is your destination?
R0.
But it is not merely R0, it is at the rate R0. What is meaning of at the rate R0? The meaning of the at the rate R0 is that the destination is a memory location whose address is stored in R0 register. So where the address is stored? Address is stored in the R0 register. Are you getting the point? The data present at RAM location 70H will be transferred to the memory location whose address is stored in register R0. This is how you have to write the working of this instruction or operation of this instruction. Are you getting the point? Shall I repeat in this Marathi?
Yes, ma'am.
70 हेक्साडेसिमल या रॅम लोकेशनला जो डेटा प्रेझेंट आहे तो डेटा कुठे पाठवला जातो? तो रॅमच्या अशा मेमरी लोकेशनला पाठवला जातो ज्या मेमरी लोकेशनचं ऍड्रेस R0 मध्ये स्टोअर केलेलं आहे. आर यू गेटिंग द पॉइंट? Yes, everybody answer me. Unmute yourself and answer me. Are you clear about this or not? I will draw some pictures here so that you can understand this. Okay. So let us consider that. What let us consider? This is 70 hexadecimal RAM location. Okay. And this is register R0. Okay. And suppose if the register R0 contains, what it contains? 8 and 5. The data present in the register R0 is 8 and 5. And this data 8 and 5 is treated as address of RAM. What it is treated as? It is treated as address of RAM. Okay. And now this R0 register will point to location 85 hexadecimal of your internal RAM. Okay. So this R0 will point to this location. Okay. Now suppose the data present in memory location 70H, if it is 15. Okay. And suppose the data present earlier at 85 hexadecimal, if it is 54. Okay. And now if you execute the instruction move at the rate R0 70H, then what will happen? The data present at 70H location will be transferred to 85 hexadecimal. Okay. So now here data will not be 54. Instead, the data stored in this location will be 1 and 5. Okay. The data present at 70H will be 15 and that present at 85 hexadecimal is 15. So are you getting the point? Do you understand the working of this particular instruction? Yes. The data present at address 70 hexadecimal will be transferred to the memory location whose address is present in register R0. Are you clear, everybody? Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we shall move to the next instruction. To some people, this may be revision. Those who have studied, those who have given addressing mode test. Okay, and those who have scored nice score in this addressing mode, they will be understanding this, isn't it? Okay, so now I will have to write here next instruction, and this instruction is, this is what is this instruction. Okay, comma, then hash 1 2 3 4 h. Okay, which type of addressing mode is this? Which type of addressing mode is this? Which type of addressing mode is this? What is DPTR?
Data pointer.
Data pointer register. It is a type of register. And what is this 1 2 3 4 hex?
Immediate addressing.
Immediate data. It is immediate data. Therefore, addressing mode used in this particular instruction is immediate addressing mode. So this 1 2 3 4 indicates data. Okay, and this addressing mode is immediate addressing mode. Okay, so what is difference between the earlier instruction that we have seen of immediate addressing mode and this particular instruction of the immediate addressing mode? What is the difference? Can anybody tell me? That is, suppose if I write here move a comma 55 h, this should be preceded by hash. Always remember this. Okay, so what is difference between this instruction and this instruction, students? What is difference between this instruction and this instruction? Both instructions are following immediate addressing mode, but there is a slight difference between these two, and what that difference is. Can anybody tell me? Be quick, huh? We are running out of time. Only 7 or 8 minutes are there.
मॅम एका साईडला अक्युमुलेटर आहे आणि एका साईडला डेटा पॉइंटर आहे.
हा, पण त्याच्यात काय फरक आहे? Accumulator is 8-bit wide, whereas data pointer register is how many bits wide?
16 bits.
16-bit wide. Both are the same instructions, but the register we have used here is 8-bit, and the register that we have used here is 16-bit. And as we are using 16-bit register here, the data that we are moving to the DPTR is 16-bit. This data is 16-bit, 0001, 0010, 0011, and 0100. And the data we are moving here is 8-bit, 0101, 0101. Okay. So the only difference is that the both registers, they have different size. Accumulator has size of 8 bits, DPTR has size of 16 bits. And therefore, obviously, the size of the data that we are moving, it varies. Here it is 8-bit and here it is 16-bit. This is the only difference. Okay, so are you clear about this instruction? Are you clear about this instruction? Tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I will
Yes,
write the next instruction now. So our next instruction is this. It is Now, which type of addressing mode is this, students? Which type of addressing mode is this? Which type of addressing mode is this? It contains @ means which type of addressing mode is this?
Indirect.
Indirect addressing mode. It is indirect or indirect register. दोन्ही पण नाव आहेत बरं का, लक्षात ठेवा. Indirect or indirect register addressing mode. Okay. So now here what I have written, instead of merely writing move, I have written here X. And what this X means, this also we have discussed earlier, meaning of X. Okay. What is meaning of X, if you remember?
External.
Yes, this X indicates external memory. External memory. How 8051 will come to know that you are accessing the data from external memory? So different command or different instruction is available in the instruction set of 8051 for accessing external random access memory. So that instruction is MOVX. So MOVX indicates that we are accessing a particular data from external memory. Okay, from external memory. Okay, so here which one is the source and which one is the register? What is this? @R1 is source or destination?
Destination.
It is source. Second operand
Source.
always is a
Second,
source.
तिथं ते हे.
And
Okay.
accumulator is a destination. Okay,
Source.
accumulator is destination and @R1 is source. Okay, so what is accumulator? Accumulator is a kind of resistor. Okay, and what is R1? R1 is also resistor. Okay, but what is @R1? What is meaning of @R1? Tell me. Meaning of the @R1 is we are talking about the memory location. Which memory location? Memory location of external RAM, because here we have written X. So memory location of external RAM, whose address is, where is the address? Whose address is stored. Where it is stored? In register R1.
R1.
Okay, so execution of this instruction will lead to data transfer. And how the data is transferred? Data is transferred from a memory location of external RAM whose address is present in register R1 to the accumulator. Are you getting the point? So what we can show here? We can show here that suppose this is memory location, this is accumulator. Let us say this is accumulator and this is your external RAM. XRAM, meaning of this is external RAM. This is your external RAM, and you have also register R1. Okay, so what is this? This is a register R1. Now say register R1 consists of 1, 1 and the address of the external RAM is 11. And suppose the data present at 11 is again 66. So after execution of this instruction, what will happen? This 66 will go to accumulator. Are you getting the point? So the register R1 is pointing towards external RAM to the location 11 hexadecimal. At this particular location, the data present is 66 hexadecimal. And this is acting as a source. And this data will be transferred to the accumulator. So after execution of the instruction, the accumulator will contain 66 hexadecimal. Okay. Are you clear about this, students?
Yes.